From Hollywood, California, the Lux Radio Theater presents Joan Crawford and Basil Rathbone in A Doll's House.
And now, the Lux Radio Theater presents Joan Crawford and Basil Rathbone in A Doll's House. The year is 1890. We're in a little town in Norway on a gray September afternoon. Along the windy street in a quiet section of the city, a young woman walks hurriedly, her long dress whipping out behind her, her face half buried in an old-fashioned muff. She glances frequently over her shoulder, as if to assure herself that she's not been noticed. Then she stops, and after a final nervous glance, darts quickly into a doorway.
Well?
It's I, Mrs. Helmer.
Oh. Come in, please. Sit down, Mrs. Helmer.
Thank you.
Wasn't it a little indiscreet of you? To come here, I mean.
Oh, I was very careful, Mr. Krogstad. I'm quite sure no one saw me.
I hope not.
Did you think it over, Mr. Krogstad? The matter we spoke of yesterday?
Yes. The lending of money, Mrs. Helmer, is a serious business.
Oh, I know it is.
It's even more serious when the loan is to be made to a wife without the consent or even knowledge of her husband.
Oh, but he mustn't know. He mustn't even dream that I borrowed the money. That's why I came to you. You've known him at the bank.
Yes, at the bank and at school. But we were never very friendly.
Well, you worked with him. You must know how he feels about being in debt. He has a dread of it, Mr. Krogstad. He thinks debts are immoral, almost criminal. He'd never allow me to owe the butcher or the baker a single krona.
And now you wish to borrow a great many kronas.
Because he needs it. Oh, you know how ill he's been. And now the doctors say that he must go away to rest. A long rest in Italy. And if he doesn't go, he'll never be well again. I want to save my husband's life, Mr. Krogstad.
Mrs. Helmer, I wish I could help you.
Does that mean you won't? Oh, but I'll pay it back. I promise I will. I'll save and I could make money other ways. I'm very clever at copying.
Mrs. Helmer, is there anyone you could get to sponsor the loan?
Sponsor it?
To sign the note with you and act as surety. I mean a man, of course.
Well, I don't know. There's no one I'd like to ask for fear Torvald would find out.
Well, you have a father living.
My father? Oh, would he do?
If he'd sign the note with you, yeah.
Oh, then he will. I'm sure he will.
Very well.
Oh, thank you.
Now, here is the note.
Yes?
When you come back to me with the note signed by you here and your father's signature down here, I'll let you have the money.
Oh, how wonderful. It really isn't difficult at all, is it? Oh, I almost wish Torvald could know. Then perhaps he'd see how clever I really am. Oh, but he mustn't. All he must know is that we have money from somewhere and that we're going away to Italy.
Nora, come and sit down. Don't tire yourself out dancing like that. Now, sit down, Nora, please.
Oh, Torvald, isn't it wonderful? I feel as if I belonged here, as if I'd lived in Italy all my life. Oh, and now I've learned to dance the tarantella.
Yes, and you dance it beautifully, Nora.
Oh, it's so easy to dance here, where your heart is light. Aren't you glad I teased you until you brought me?
Very glad.
Oh, and the rest has been good for you, Torvald. So good.
Oh, nonsense. I never needed a rest.
Oh, no, of course you didn't. It was just for me. I love you for it.
Oh, you can hardly thank me. I could never afford a trip like this. It was strange, your father leaving you that money.
Strange, Torvald?
I always thought he was rather improvident. I was sure that he'd die quite penniless.
Well, he must have had some put away.
Yes. Nevertheless, it's almost gone, my dear. We'll have to be leaving for home soon.
Oh, I know. But I'm so anxious to see the children again. Ellen, you can put these flowers in water.
Oh, flowers too, ma'am.
Oh, yes, Ellen, and so awfully expensive. Oh, Did the Christmas tree come in?
Yes, ma'am. I put it in the kitchen so the children wouldn't see it.
Is that you, Nora?
Oh, Torvald, I'm so glad you're home. Come and see all the presents I have. Look, Torvald.
You mean to say you've bought all these?
Oh, just a few little things for the children and Ellen and Anna and Dr. Ronk and...
I suppose you spent every penny I gave you.
Oh, no, I did have some left, and then I saw those heavenly roses.
Oh, but that's so extravagant.
Oh, I know, Torvald, I know, but I just couldn't resist.
And what did you buy for yourself?
Oh, I don't need anything.
Nonsense. Tell me, what'd you like? Something useful, something sensible.
Well, if you really do want to give me something, you could give me money.
Now, Nora.
And then I could buy myself something, just what I needed.
But there's no Christmas spirit about cold, hard money.
Oh, yes, there is.
But you're so extravagant, Nora. On that trip to Italy last winter, we simply can't afford to go on throwing money about, you know.
Oh, but you'll be making lots of money now, and we could always get a little credit.
Credit? Nora, have you ever known me to borrow money?
No, but it ought to be easy enough now.
I want no creditors in my life, thank you. We've held out all these years without ever owing anyone a penny, and we're certainly not going to begin now at the last minute.
Yes, darling. Of course you know best.
At the same time, we're not exactly paupers. Look, what do you think I've got here?
Oh, Torvald, money? Oh, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Here, give that back.
Oh, Torvald, darling, thank you. This will go a long way.
I should hope so. No one would believe how much it costs a man to keep a little thing like you.
A lady to see you, Mrs. Helmer.
A lady? Well, ask her to come in, Ellen.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I must get back to the bank for a while.
Goodbye, darling. Come home early tonight.
I'll try.
This way, please.
Who is it, Ellen? Oh,
Nora.
how are you? You don't remember me, do you? Well, no, I don't think I... Why, yes, Christina. Is it really you?
It really is.
Christina. And to think I didn't even know you, but you're so changed.
Yes, I guess I am in 9 or 10 years.
Oh, good heavens, has it been as long as that? But what are you doing in town?
I arrived on the morning boat.
Oh, yes, to spend Christmas. How wonderful. Oh, what a thoughtless wretch I am. Oh, darling, how can you forgive me?
Forgive you?
Oh, Christina, I forgot that your husband...
Yes, my husband died 3 years ago.
Yes, I saw it in the papers, but, well, you know how it is. Did he leave you anything?
Nothing.
Not even any children?
No.
Nothing? Not anything?
Not even a regret.
Oh, darling, you must tell me the whole story. I never would have dreamed it. It must have been awful. And to be absolutely alone afterwards. Oh, you know, I have 2 of the sweetest children. Just wait till you see them. They're out with their nurse now, so there's nothing to disturb us, and you can tell me all about it.
No, dear. You tell me.
No, really, darling, I won't be selfish today. But I must tell you one thing. Have you heard of our wonderful luck?
No, what is it?
My husband has been appointed manager of the savings bank.
He has? Oh, how splendid.
It is. Oh, Christina, can you imagine how it makes you feel to have lots of money? Not only what you need, but just heaps of money.
Oh, Nora. Nora, you haven't changed a bit. You're still the same old spendthrift.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I've had to work.
You worked? Oh, but why?
Well, Torvald was ill, you know, and of course you mustn't tell Christina.
Tell what?
Well, we needed money, and of course we didn't have any, so I went... So Torvald thinks we inherited the money from my father.
Nora, wasn't it a little rash of you?
But it saved his life.
But won't you tell him?
Oh, after a great many years, perhaps, when I'm not so young.
Oh.
Well, don't laugh, Christina. I mean, when Torvald isn't so much in love with me. When it isn't fun for him any longer to see me skipping about and dressing up and acting. Well, then it might be good to have something in reserve.
Oh.
Now, what about you? What are you going to do, Christina?
Oh, I wish I knew, my dear. I'll have to find work, I suppose. I was wondering a while ago, Nora.
What, Christina?
Well, with your husband a bank official...
You mean he might be able to do something for you?
Well, I was hoping...
Oh, darling, that's a wonderful idea.
Nora, do you really suppose...
Oh, just you leave it all to me. I'll give you a note to him, and you go to the bank and see him. Oh, I know he'll give you the position if I ask.
Nora, you don't know how much this means to me.
Poor Christina. I'll write the note at once.
Let me go first. No, I want to see Mama. Ellen, make him let me. Where's Mama, Ellen?
Children, come in, darlings. Mama's here.
Mama, he threw a snowball and hit me. I did not. I hit him back.
Oh, my baby. Such cheeks. Darling, you've been out for hours. Aren't you frozen?
I'm warm. I saw a dog, Mama. He ran after a man and he growled. I saw the dog, too.
Oh, did you, my sweet?
And the man picked up a stick and the dog ran around biting people.
Really? Oh, I know he didn't bite you, though, did he, darling?
I'd like a dog.
I'll just take their coats, ma'am.
Oh, yes, Ellen.
Can we play now, Mama?
Of course, darling. Any single thing you want is Christmas Eve, isn't it?
I want to play blind man's sock.
Blind man's buff? All right, now you know what you do first.
I know, Mama.
Oh,
It's a man, Mama.
what do you want, Mr. Crookshank?
You see, the door was open, and I thought...
My husband's not at home, Mr. Crookshank.
Yes, I know.
Children, go to Ellen.
Come on, Emmy.